Hi, Bill Crespo with MAPS Coaching, here to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects, power prospecting. Today we're going to learn 10 skills that you're going to need to practice on to get your prospecting up to mastery level. Also, we're going to talk about some of the challenges that we have and why prospecting sometimes doesn't go the way we like to go with. Now, what I've found in prospecting that's a real challenge with most of us is this thing called avoidance. You know, you don't want to do your prospecting. Why don't you want to do your prospecting? Well, you do want to do it. I know you want to do it, but for some reason you've got all these excuses like, you know, I don't have enough numbers, I don't have any names to call, I don't have any friends, I hate rejection. All these things sound valid, unfortunately they're not. And in this marketplace, and you know this very well, the economy is forcing us to do things that we haven't done before. If you actually believe that you can do the same things you did 2 years ago, I'm sorry to say, they're not going to work as effective as what you need to be doing now. Because some of you are suffering from this ailment, I should say, or in some cases disease, RDD. You're suffering from RDD. Now, this is called reality deficit disorder. You're not in reality. And in this marketplace, we've got to be in reality. Okay? If you're suffering from RDD, that means, well, if I only do an hour, I'll get a lot of business. That's not going to work. If I only call one source, that's not going to work. So you're suffering from this. So by the end of the video, I hope you'll understand and you'll see that you can get a cure from RDD if you start to concentrate on how to take your whole process of prospecting to mastery level. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So let's look at these areas that we need to be concentrating on. First of all, number one, you need to make sure that prospecting is your job. You got to know that. It is your job. If you're in sales and you've been in real estate for some time, you know that it's all about making this your job that's going to take you to that next level. So make it your job. Number two, I wrote down, are you doing lead generation and prospecting at the same time every day? Or are you kind of like, well, if I don't get to it in the morning, I'll get to it in the afternoon? That's not going to work. You won't be as effective. Okay. Number three, that means you got to make it an appointment. You have to make it an appointment every day. You just can't decide that I'll switch this for something else. Now, if someone was going to call you up and say, hey, John, Betty, Paul, whatever your name is, hey, I'd like to see you at 9:30 this morning because I have a listing I'd like to give you. But you already have a listing appointment. Are you going to cancel at 9:30? No. You're going to say, listen, can I get back to you later on? I already have an appointment. You want to treat prospecting as an appointment every day. Use common sense. Yes, things will come up. I know that. I can hear it already from you guys. Something will come up and you're going to have to do something different. Use common sense. Next, get a role play partner. Do you have a role play partner at all? 30 minutes prior to prospecting, you will take your prospecting to greater heights if you role play. I'm getting all my clients right now to get a role play partner to do at least 3 times a week. I would like to see 5, meaning once every day right before you start lead generating. Role play for 30 minutes. That way both of you can critique each other and get better and better as the time goes on. Next is mindset. What are you thinking about before you pick up that call and start to dial? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about the rejection you're going to get? Are you thinking about how I'm afraid this guy may be on the DNC list and gosh, I may go to a real estate jail next to the murderers that are out there killing people and I'm next to them because I made a wrong call on DNC list? I'm exaggerating, but sometimes we feel that way. Okay? So your mindset needs to be positive. You need to be really knowing that this next call could be your appointment and you're going to help this person make the right decision. So change your mindset. Good music in the background really helps while you're lead generating. It's not real loud, of course. All right. Next is numbers I wrote down. Numbers. 2 things about numbers. First, I wrote down you need to track your numbers. You need to know how many contacts you're making to get the leads that you need. Okay, we got to know how many leads it takes to make an appointment. So you know in MAPS coaching that we want you to track your numbers. So we got to do that. Number 2 on that same aspect of numbers is sometimes we run out of numbers to dial. Have a whole new set of numbers on the side that you can call up if you run out of numbers. Really important. Because you don't want to stop that momentum as you're calling. So have maybe 100, 150 names and numbers that you can call when you run out of some of your other numbers. What can you do there? Well, you can call just listed, just sold calls, which means you can go down to a directory and get all these numbers pulled down. Next, I wrote down you need to stand. You cannot be sitting down on your desk prospecting and sounding very enthusiastic about prospecting. You've got to stand up. You exert better energy. You sound more positive. Okay, you sound more enthusiastic. You have more energy in your voice, period. Now, to help you with doing that, when you're in our prospecting workshop, our Power Prospecting Workshop, we're going to hand you this pouch. It's coming to your neighborhood soon in your market center, so be aware of it. You'll get this pouch if you sign up. And inside this, to me, is one of the best tools you can use. It's a headset. And this particular headset is a noise canceling headset. It has the microphone, as you can see. It also has 2 ears that you can put, you can cover up the headsets here, or your ears with the headphones, and be able to listen and just focus in on the call. Those Bluetooth guys that you're using, not going to work real good. They're not that effective. With this noise canceling headset that has been specially kind of tweaked a little bit to be more sensitive for us in maps, you'll be able to use this on your cell phone and get a better response to your calls. I highly recommend it. And if you don't go to the workshop, Booms can sell you one. Next, as I said, by having that headset on, you're up, you're moving your arms, you have more energy in your voice. You need to increase your energy by at least 20% because the phone actually compresses and diffuses your sound over the call. So you need to be able to pick it up some. Next, we talk about enthusiasm. Now, there's enough depression in the marketplace in some markets to sit there and be the guy leading them or the girl leading them to the morgue. We want you to lead them to pleasure. Okay? There's enough pain out there. Your job is to be enthusiastic and move them to pleasure. All right? So then there's these areas that I want you to work on. There's 10 skills that I need you to work on so that you keep tracking and improving them. So right now, I would like for you to rate yourself in these 10 areas and see how well you're doing in prospecting.